Hi, this is Anne. In this video, I'm going to show you an entry strategy that can be used for scalping, intraday, or swing trade based on the order block alert. Every day, my husband and I send order blocks alert for our community. Everyone receives on average 5 to 15 alerts on Forex, gold, cryptocurrencies, indices, including oil. If you want to join, you can find the link in the description. I'm sure you will love our community. People are helpful. StarSeedFX is a friendly community. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. Today we are going to learn a series of patterns you can use every time you receive order block alert from us. Let's open a new page here. Everyone knows that English is not my first language. I'm not good in making cool terms. I don't know if this pattern has got a name already. I'm sure it has. But for the sake of simplicity, let's call this pattern for now as 1, 2, 3, okay? I'd like to remind everyone that you don't want to use this 1, 2, 3 pattern just about anywhere you find on your chart. You only want to use it when this pattern appears within your POI or point of interest. In this case, our point of interest is an order block. Every time you receive an order block from us and you feel comfortable with it, you will want to find these patterns in the lower time frame starting from M15, M30, and H1. I have drawn here 4 types of different patterns, one for sell order block and the other for buy order block. Let's focus on the sell order block first. Here you see a pattern and you see each candle has 1, 2, 3 labels on it. The picture is self-explanatory, but I'll explain it anyway. You see here, the candle's number 1 is taken by candle number 2. That makes number 2 become a higher high, this one. And now the low of candle number 2 is taken by candle number 3. That makes the low of number 3 becomes a lower low. When you see this pattern in an order block, there is a probability the price is going lower. Now, when you see a big pattern, there is a higher probability the price to go lower. Why? Because candle number 3 breaks not only candle number 2, but also breaks candle number 1. When it comes to this pattern, I personally do not care if the candle is bearish or bullish. The break of structure includes the body or just a wick. That's why I make it all the same color. To me, it's just a pattern and it should look like this. The most important thing is that you see a higher high create a lower low. Understand that candle number 3 that breaks number 2 and number 1 does not always happen right away. Sometimes you will see a pattern like this. There is another candle in between number 2 and number 3, but the idea is the same. There is a higher high that creates a lower low. 1, 2, 3 candle can also be engulfed like this. This is a higher high and this is a lower low. So whenever you receive an order block alert from us, from H4 or D1, you have 2 options. You can put a pending order at 50% of the order block candle, or you wait until you see candle formation like this. It could be A or B or C type or D. And this is for sell order block. And for buy order block, you want to see a candle formation of any type from here. Any of these, whichever appear on that particular chart, where 1 is taken out by number 2 and number 2 is taken out by number 3. After you see a candle formation like this on M15 or M30 or H1, you will usually find a new order block around this candle number 2 on a much lower time frame. By doing this, you can easily aim 1 to 10 or more, especially if you sniped it in a minute chart. But M5 also can do the same. I personally like to trade on M5, not M1. I'm going to show you examples in real chart soon, but for now let's focus on this pattern first, okay? If this 1, 2, 3 pattern are looked at a much lower time frame or in the forms of many candles, not just three, it usually look like this. You may have heard some people in the group call it a chalk or change of character. Others call this number 2 over here as a liquidity grab. You can call it anything you want, there is nothing wrong with that, but to me it is just price pattern. You know, when it comes to pattern, we often forgot that a bunch of candle like this is a pattern, right? A bunch of candle pattern like this, be it a chalk, Wyckoff cipher, butterfly, Batman, the bat pattern can come just from a few candle of a higher time frame, like this 1, 2, 3 candle, and it can be seen like this on a much lower time frame. Let me give you an example. This is a daily chart. This one candle of a daily chart, it consists of over 1,000 candles on the minute chart, 1,440 to be precise on the minute chart. So this one candle over here with the arrow, that candle alone can make a bunch of movement on the lower time frame. Here's what one daily candle can be like in a minute's chart. From here to here, you can find an uptrend, a downtrend, a sideways, a dinosaur's pattern. I guess I should have drawn Batman in there, huh? Anyway, let's get back to our 1, 2, 3 patterns for now. So, you don't want to use this pattern just about anywhere. You only want to use it within an important zone, which is an order block. Right now, I'm just showing you drawing so that you understand the idea of what patterns you want to see every time you receive an order block alert from us. Remember, when you receive an alert, you do not want to go directly to 1 minute chart unless you know what you're doing, or else you will meet a dinosaur in there who loves to eat your stop loss again and again. What you want to do is to find this pattern gradually from a little higher time frame, starting from M15, M30, and H1, whichever makes sense to you. Then go to the lowest to find your order block. Because once you have seen this pattern on H1, for example, the trend you want must have already been established on M5. So you see this on M15 or H1, the look on lower time frame may have been like this. It's already established on M5, so you can enter a trade safely. Now, you know that sometimes the order block is not hit by the price, right? We usually place a pending order on our order block on the lower time frame. But if it didn't hit, and you see this 1, 2, 3 pattern again on the lower time frame, then you can make that as your direct entry. If you want to make this pattern to become your direct entry signal, choose only B, C, D type. This one, B, C, D. You want to use this if you want to make this become your direct entry on the lower time frame. You want to make sure that candle number 1 is also taken by number 3. But if you are still hunting from a higher time frame, let's say from M30, H1, or M15, you can use A type here and then go to a much lower time frame for sniping. Now, let's go to a real chart. I will show you how you can use the pattern when you receive an order block alert. All right, let's find something from today. Let's take this one. What's this fair? GBP AUD. Okay, let's use this one. Oh, wait a minute. Remember I said in the group that I will make a video and in return I will give you a bunch of homework. You see, we have so many alerts here in the community website, right? So you open whichever you want and practice to find the patterns and see how many RR or risk reward and losses you get and post it here. I'm going to show it to you how to do that, so we can make these become our trading journal and help others to learn how to find the patterns. So every time you receive an alert, when you have time, you can post your analysis on the pattern. It may help others who plan to take the trade, and it's also a practice for you to enter a trade by using the pattern that I'm sharing with you today. I want to let you know that when it comes to majors, you can go to minutes chart, but when you see like GBP AUD, it's better to trade it a minimum on M5 because of the spread could be very high, you know. But again, it's really up to you if you know how to manage the stop loss and everything. The most important thing is that you always want to use the pattern that I'm sharing it to you within this video, so you will know how to enter. Because if an order block, for example here from H4, it doesn't work, you will not find the pattern that I'm showing it to you from M15, and then so you will avoid unnecessary losses. All right, so let's go to this. This is GBP AUD, right? It's today. I didn't trade this one, but let's see. GBP AUD. Let me see again. Is it working? Hold on. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, it's already working. All right, so you see, this is, I'm using a different broker here. So sometimes different broker can give you different price. I mean, the color could be different between bearish and bullish, but basically it's the same. So we are using IC Market for our alert because that's the broker that we are using. So this one is a little bit different because I was testing a broker. So you see, this is a different, but more or less this is our order block. Okay, so now here we are on H4. So what we do, we want to find this pattern, right? On M15, M30, or H1. Let's see one by one. Let's go. So the price is hit over here, right? This is the first time when you receive the order block from us. So that's the one. So we know that there is already 1, 2, 3, correct? You see that this 1, 2, 3, like I said, number 2, sometimes the order block is around number 2, and this is the order block itself is number 2. That is on H1. Now let's go to M15. This is the same. 1, 2, 3. This is probably hit a stop loss for the first one because this is look like a slightly higher. And let's go to M15. 1, 2, 3. You see, you will have to train your eyes to look at this 1, 2, 3. Basically, you know, let me show you quick. What is 1, 2, 3 look like? Imagine, okay, this is a trend, a downtrend, for example. The 1, 2, 3 is always like this. Out of nowhere, there is a spike. This is usually number 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3. So whenever there is a trend like suddenly a spike, this is usually like number 3. This is usually number 2. Like this, a spike, it's usually number 2. Okay, so you can just looking by a quick examination, so you can easily see, like for example this one, 1, 2, 3. Let's just consider this 1, 2, 3, right? With this, hold on, this is 1, 2, 3 because this is broken, and here number 1 is also broken. Well, anyway, it's broken by this one. And then here, let's see if this is hit a stop loss. I think this one is hit a stop loss, right? You see that? It hit a stop loss. So let's consider the first trade hit a stop loss, okay? This is your first trade and you hit a stop loss. Regardless you go to M5 or M1, you will find that one hit a stop loss. Hold on a second. You see, this 1, 2, 3 can happen within 1, 2, 3. Something like this. Let me show it to you again. Look, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, within 1, 2, 3. Like how do you set it? Yeah, 1, 2, 3 inside 1, 2, 3. So because one candle can make a lot of movement, and we are talking about a lower time frame. So let's go back here, and this is a sell one. You see, this is 1, 2, 3. This number 2 has become an order block. If you take this particular as your order block, now hold on a second. So this is your order block, okay? I always like to put at 50%. Oh, sorry, that 50%. Oh, the first one is already hit 1 to 7. Let's say you take it only 1 to 5, okay? So the first one hit 1 to 5, and it's break even if you aim 1 to 10. probably it's break even or it hit a stop loss. Now let's see from the second one. Like I said, consider this one is a losing one because this is a continuation and you want to aim 1 to 10, for example, or maybe this is a break even for you. Okay, so let's go again to H1. Now here, this is the first touch and this is the second touch and this is the third touch, right? 1, 2, 3. Let's go again. If you want to see here, here's also the same. 1, 2, 3. Correct? If you decided that this is 1, 2, 3, so meaning you will start looking for a trade on this candle, right? On a much lower time frame from here, correct? Because this is 1, 2, 3. And let's say you want to go to M5 from here, starting from here, right? So you don't know. And then here, again, 1, 2, 3. So this is your order block. By doing like that, it's a much safer for you to avoid unnecessary losses. Like that. Okay. So this is 7 pips. So probably you want to take the whole candle because this is GBP AUD. If it is major, you can put probably, I don't know if it is good, maybe you can add some pips, like for example what I'm doing. If it is not major, I just add some spread pip here. For example, let's say if the spread is 2, okay, so I will put it like become 9 maybe, right? No, yeah, something like that. And then so you can put it on the 50%, you can get 1 to 15 over here. But let's say you just put it the whole thing like that, so it is not yet reaching 1 to 10. Okay, so this is on M5. So you know, first you find this on M30, 1, 2, 3, which is the engulfing type. Okay, and then after you find this, you go to a much lower time frame on M5. Okay, and then you find again another 1, 2, 3, or you probably want to put this as your order block because it's possible, right? But usually what happens is that you will just continue on the continuation because this is already established from the first M30. If you want a scaling, I usually scaling up to 3 times. Just find the same thing like 1, 2, 3. And here is, bear in mind, you will find some losses, but it has a higher probability. So you can scale up 1 time, 2 times, 3 times maximum. My husband usually just scaling 2 maximum. Okay, but you got the idea. You see, after you find the pattern on M15, M30 or H1, just like I show it to you, in this case it was engulfing, then you go to M5 or M1. I haven't seen on M1, but this is on M5, and you find another one. This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see a lot of entry. You can use this as direct entry as this 1, 2, 3. Okay, this candle, hold on a second, this candle, this is 1, 2, 3. So basically this type of candle can become your direct entry. If you are taking 1 to 5, this is, you already got 1 to 5. And here also, if you want to make a direct entry, this is not yet 1 to 5. Maybe this one is already a 1 to 5. Look, just from 5 minutes alone, within a few hours, no, not really within a few hours, from 3 to 7, yeah, less than 5 hours, you already got 15R just from one alert. Okay, so you do not have to trade every single alert that we send it to you. Just trade whenever you have time and make sure you find the patterns that we show it to you in here. Okay, now let's see on M1. Well, just curious because this can also be on M1. Okay, here you go. Now we started from here, right? You may think, we are losing, we should do it from M15. Yeah, it's really up to you. But like I said, you do not want to directly go to M1 because there is possibility when the price keep going like this. Take a look over here, okay? This 1, 2, 3 can become misleading on M1. That's why you want to do it gradually from a higher time frame. It's okay, you are a little bit late. Well, basically your 1 to 3 from M15 is starting from here. But let's say, like I said, you had some stops over here, okay? Well, actually it's not when you do it from M1. But I just show you that if you think like this is late, remember on a little higher time frame, this is just the beginning of the reversal from M30 that it was engulfing. This is one candle and then this is the engulfing. So maybe look, this is the one candle and here is the big candle. You see that? So this is one big engulfing on M30 and it can become a bunch like this. And you think, oh, maybe this is already late. No, it is not, especially when you go to M1 after that happened on M30. Now I want to show it to you. Here, we started from here, okay? So forget about that one. So basically, you can put an order block over here, or you want to find again on 1, 2, 3 on a lower time frame here. 1, 2, 3. If you find it and you make this become your order block, you lose, okay? Now here another 1, 2, 3. And here this is your order block. So this become your order block, even though the 1, 2, 3 is here, 1, 2, 3, but this is your order block, right? This one is hit. This is 2 pips. Let's make it become 4 pips maybe, because this is a minor pair. So let's see. Oh, this already reached what? It is 1 to 20. You see, it's possible when you go reach with the oh, where is it? Okay, when you go, yeah, it reached. I think it's already reached like 1 to 20. If you go to minutes chart, it will be very easy to find 1 to 10, 1 to 20. But I'm all the time chicken nugget, so I always feel afraid. Even though that I know the market will go lower, but most of the time I just feel enough when it reach 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. You see, because sometimes here, if I want to get 1 to 10, for example, I can just do scaling quick. Here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I will get some losses, of course, like I say around this area here, like 1, 2, 3 losses. It's okay because I'm aiming, let's say 1 to 5. And if you get like 3 times, it's 1 to 15, right? Look here, 1, 2, 3 over there, 1, 2, 3, right? This is 1 to 5, and this is another, not really engulfing, this one, 1, 2, 3. Let's say I put it here. This is another 1 to 5, and here is another 1, 2, 3. You see that? Even though this is price rejection, like I said, I don't care, but this one a higher high create a lower low, and this is actually a good entry for me because it's over there. Look, it can easily reach 1 to 15. Yeah, 1 to 10 for me, or 1 to 5. The key in here is a 3 candle, okay? Where number 1 is taken out by number 2, number 2 low is taken out by number 3. It's pretty simple. So you try, do the homework, okay? So, oh, I forgot to show it to you. Ah, gosh, hold on a second. I suppose to make this like how you should do your homework, okay? Each person will be different, okay? So this is, for example, this is the big order block. Let me just redo this again quick, okay? I'm so sorry. I'll do this quick. So let's say this is the big order block. I usually put it with the gray, okay? So this is for your homework. So here, and then you go, let's say to M30. Let me just write it down here. 1, 2, 3, right? So we all start from here. And this one, you want to save as picture. You choose active chart as is. Now you have this, and then you go to M5, and then you show where is your entry. For example, after this 1, 2, 3, you show us, you put where is your entry. This is your order block. For example, your target is 1 to 5 or 1 to 9, whatever, okay? And then you save this one also, and then you go to the community website. Here, this one is GBP AUD, right? This is about 7 hours ago. So here in the comment, you want to type, for example, the pattern on M30, okay? And then you click this one, choose the file here on M30. Now here's very important. Some people always forget to make this really big. So to make this big, you click on the image and then click here. Okay, you can explain whatever you want here. Oh, where is the 1 2 3 here? Why is this appear? Because I'm using PanTab. So anyway, so later on you have to label which one is your 1 2 3. So this is H4. Give more information, okay? Not like this, because this is like really bad, because I want to save time. But you know the idea. You see that? So later on it will become a big picture, because if you forget, okay, if you forget to make this small like that, it will appear really small. The picture, you want to make it big, so it's easier for people to see. So click on the image and click like that, and then save changes. Okay, and then you want to do it again, or you can do it in the same comment if you want, here below it, for example. And here the result, or the entry from M5, for example, whatever you want to write down in there, because this is just an example. All right, there 1 to 5, for example, because you are aiming 1 to 5, but this is actually 1 to 9 or 1 to 10, but let's just make it 1 to 5. Okay, so here, lose 1 and win 1, but basically you can scale in. Usually from 1 alert you can easily get like 1 to 10, 1 to 15 by scaling, even sometimes more than 1 to 20. And then again, click on the image, click that one, and then so it's become bigger, and then save changes. So everyone later, whenever they see here, whenever they go to the Forex ideas, so you will see there is a reply, and then people can see it. So that is your homework. So you will know 1 2 3, and then how many it makes, how many loses, if the alert is working or not, if it is working, how good our alert is, if you want to know. For example, can you actually make money by becoming a member of our community? So you want to know, and see how will you manage your trade also using the alert. All right, so now you know how to trade our alerts. If you have any question, feel free to contact me at any time. I will always help you. And to join our community, simply click the link in the description. I wish you many green pips in the future and success in your trading career. All right, bye-bye.